Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of the Never Peak Project Podcast. I'm your host, Coach Ranger, and today is going to be our weekly self-employment update where I just kind of chat about things that I've learned this week or since the last episode and kind of just give an update, kind of chronicling my journey of self-employment for myself and for those that are following along. So today I'm going to be going over what's happened between this week and the last time I did an episode almost 3-ish weeks ago, how the holidays went business-wise, and what my plans are for January. I'll also be going over a little bit of my 2025 goals, but if you want to know more about that, I'm going to go in a lot more detail next Monday, so 3-ish days, about what it is that I will be doing in terms of my goals for the year and some like little tidbits and advice that I have in terms of setting New Year's resolutions. So go ahead, sit back, relax, and enjoy as I kind of just chitter chat for a few minutes to myself in the spare bedroom. So in terms of where we're at right now, it's not a whole lot has changed since the last episode. In the last episode of the podcast, I talked about how I was a little bit worried about heading up to my dad's house for my little sister's birthday party. We didn't end up getting to make it because the roads were too bad, so we spent the weekend with one of my friends, Bryant, and we kind of just hung out, got to interact a little bit, and just hang out, be cute, and, I don't know, friends. So that's kind of where that ended up with for that cliffhanger of an episode. I like how I talked about how worried I was about the roads and then I didn't do anything for a couple weeks. Let me see. I recently recorded my episodes with Ty and Victoria, both from Little Rock, Arkansas. Ty runs a podcasting nonprofit, and Victoria does a lot of LGBTQ activism, and she's the one that did the Taylor Swift class. So I'm excited to release those episodes. Today I had an episode with a gentleman named Mark that overcame addiction to alcohol. He's still working through it every single day, just like the programs that he's a part of kind of recommend. And he is now running ultra marathons and triathlons and all these crazy things. I just thought that was so cool and really made me reflect on my own journey of running and how that has influenced me and my health, mental health, physical health. I've kind of talked about it a little bit before, but I think I'm going to have to do a whole separate episode about running. But the general story is right around 2017, 2018, I hit my peak weight of about 300 pounds. And at that point, I ordered a Spider-Man workout shirt online, got it in the mail a couple days later, and then I started doing runs in the middle of the night. I did that mostly so that people wouldn't see me, so that I wouldn't have to worry about that social aspect of people judging me or thinking that I was weird for doing that. And that's really what I needed in order to end up losing almost 60, 70 pounds. About a year or so after college, I did the 75 hard program. And from there, that really just like got me into working out that wasn't for sports. So really running and 75 hard are what eventually led to me being able to walk across the country. And I really do believe that, and I really do appreciate Andy and his team for putting together 75 hard, because I do think that that was so pivotal to me being able to eventually do my walk across the country. The reason that I'm talking about running is I just got on as an ambassador for Bigger Than the Trail. So Bigger Than the Trail is a mental health organization that provides free therapy to folks that are struggling with their mental health. And they do that by cultivating a community of runners, whether people run a mile a week, 15 miles a week, they do ultras, trail running, ground running, treadmill, whatever. They really bring together this beautiful community that fosters this collaboration and really just mission-driven individuals that are so connected through a hobby that they engage in. So I'm an ambassador for 2025, and if you'll remember, I actually raised money for them during my walk across America last year, which is kind of crazy to say that that was last year now. But yeah, I'm super excited to be a part of the team. I have some great things planned and on the horizon for my ambassadorship with them. That'll be alongside my ambassadorship for Athletic Brewing Company. So I really love that I'm just kind of like collecting these communities as I go along in my own coaching journey. So if you are interested in learning more about Bigger Than the Trail, go ahead and hit the link in the description. I'll be posting a lot about them. I just posted my initiation post to social media yesterday or 2 days ago after my first run of the year. And just a sneak peek at one of my goals. One of my big goals for this year is to run 1,000 miles in the year. Last year, I did my walk, so it was right around 2,700 or so at least walked/ran purposefully last year. So I don't know that I'm ever going to be able to do that much again in a single year. We'll see. But for now, I just want to focus on the 1,000 miles and eventually do a marathon, actually run a marathon during a race or community event. Trying to think of what else. In terms of self-employment things, really the main thing I have going on is just getting back into the swing of everything for the new year. I didn't get to do a whole lot during the holidays. I thought I would have more time for writing and editing podcasts, but with friends and family kind of in and out the door all season, it made it very difficult to actually have time to sit down and focus for a few hours on business things. And I got a couple games for my PS5 for Christmas, so that kind of took a lot of my time and attention away. But I do think that it was overall pretty solid because I was able to relax a little bit and focus on other parts of me. I do think that I really enjoy... That was a weird way to say that. I do really enjoy doing work. I like writing. I like making content. I like talking about things. I like editing. Some of them are more favorites and less liked than others, but overall, I really do enjoy this process of creating. I just think that having some time to focus on other parts of life that I enjoy was really useful. So I like that and I appreciated it. I did finish 75 hard at the beginning of December. I didn't quite get the results that I wanted. I think that a lot of it had to do with the diet that I picked. I really only just said no soda and less than 3,300 calories in a day, which I think that calorie-wise was a little bit too high. I think my biggest concern there was I was just worried that I'd be binge eating or continuing to eat like I was when I was on the walk, where there was just reach for whatever had the highest amount of calories, try to get some macros in, but really just focus on calories. So I think I broke that. I don't really snack a whole lot. I do a little bit here and there, but nothing too crazy. Trying to think of what else. I think I'll probably end up doing 75 hard again once or twice this year, just because I think that it is very useful for me to be on a program. When I'm on program, I'm reading a lot more. I got through like 3 or 4 books this round of 75 hard, and I haven't read a whole lot since I've been off of it. So for me, it's like when I have this extra goal or thing that I'm trying to attain from doing the program, it helps me stay motivated and on track to do it. Because I learned a ton when I was reading and I really enjoyed it. It's just getting into that habit again is kind of difficult for me. And I know how valuable it is to continue to learn, continue to read, especially as I am working on my own book. I think that that is something that I would like to get more into. When it comes to the book itself, the writing that I'm working on right now is the journal for my walk across America. And right now I'm right around day 57 or 58 out of 175. So I still have quite a ways to go. That is something that I would really love to get wrapped up in the next couple of months. I think I just need to give almost like block off entire days of the week and just say I will not stop until I hit blank number of days done or blank number of hours written. Each day takes me at least about an hour or so every time. So it's very hard to kind of get in a good rhythm of undistracted, undivided attention to the writing. What else would I have in terms of updates? Not a whole lot. I do have a hefty goal for this podcast for the year. I wanted to set up a download goal of 10,000 downloads total for the year. We're sitting right around 2,000. So if you're listening right now and you are an active fan, active listener, please just share this with somebody that you care about. I'll share it with somebody you don't care about. And help us spread the message. of what this podcast is really aiming to do, which is the best is yet to come. So that was what I wanted to do as the initial goal for the podcast. But I think that is too much of an external goal from what I really want to do with it. So I set the goal to publish 100 episodes for the year. So there is a general amount, like I for sure want to do 26 guest episodes. We already have 4 or 5 recorded in the hatch, and weekly mindset videos as well. So that's 52 episodes for the year, 26 for the guest episodes. And then I want to do roughly 23 at least self-employment updates. I do want to try to keep this as weekly as possible, but I do just want to, in terms of the other goals, give the weekly updates in self-employment a little bit more wiggle room so that I have something to kind of move and shift as time goes on, if that makes sense. Another big update in the Within Range world is that I closed the school community Never Peak the First Steps. I realized that it was taking a lot of time away from other aspects of my business, like writing, active coaching, looking for folks, marketing, and kind of that networking aspect. So I did end up closing the group. So if you are interested in getting more involved with me one-to-many, I am still doing the weekly accountability calls every single Wednesday at 8 a.m. on Zoom. All you have to do is go to the link in the description or in my bio on Instagram, and there will be a little Zoom link that just says weekly accountability call, free, something along with that language, and you will be able to join. I'm planning on having leaders in their business, business owners, nonprofit leaders, and community members, and just kind of have that as a way for folks to kind of support one another and get new and fresh ideas for the journey that they are on in their life. So again, every Wednesday, 8 a.m., come check it out on Zoom. I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, there's always a bunch of stuff that I think of once I hop off of this off of the podcast. The other thing is that I am, in fact, looking for some part-time work. I'm looking for some part-time gigs just to kind of supplement income. I only have a couple clients right now, so I know that it's in that steady burn phase where it's kind of that Rocky cutscene where you kind of just keep getting punched in the face until something works and you eventually win. It's just taking a little bit longer than I thought it would, so I think that I'm going to have to get a little part-time job. I have a couple interviews coming up in the next couple of weeks, so we'll see how those go, and as I get those, I'll kind of update everybody on what that is looking like and how that would affect other parts of the business. But really the main thing is just to kind of supplement money for things like insurance or gas or food, just so that I am not relying on friends and family too much, since I'm burning through my savings getting this up and going. But really, that's, trying to look at my notes and see if there's anything else. I think that's really it. I said that like 3 times and I just thought of something else. I just got elected chair of the business referral network that I'm a part of through the San Mateo Area Chamber of Commerce. So if you are a business that serves San Mateo County and you are interested in joining a organization that is really just dedicated to the other people in their group in terms of building their business, supporting one another, go ahead and send me an email, ranger@withinrangecoaching.com, and I will send you all the information. We meet every other Tuesday, the first, third, and fifth Tuesdays of the month on Zoom, and then the second and fourth are in person in San Mateo, California. So if you're interested in joining up and seeing what we have going on, please do so. And I would be more than happy to welcome you as a guest. But I think I'm going to for sure cut it there. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Thank you all so much for taking some time to listen to me ramble for a few minutes. I really appreciate it. Once again, please be sure to share these episodes with friends, family, people that you really care about, so that we can expand our reach and really just share the message that the best is yet to come. So as always, everybody, remember to never settle, never quit, and never peak. I'll see you guys next week.